What's going down, man? It's your boy, Donnie Houston. We celebrating 3 years of chopping it up right here on the Donnie Houston podcast. Go to DonnieHoustonReal.com right now and get you one of these brand new Choppers t-shirts available in the mono black, tight white, and the gray tape edition. Yeah. Do you think that led to the way things went? Because it was like once we knew who Mike Jones was, then it was a lot of Ice Age talk versus Swishahouse.
Yeah, and to be real, I believe that hurt him too. And we wasn't tripping about him doing the Ice Age thing. It was that he was trying to think he was going to disconnect himself away from Swishahouse when that's all these people know you for. They don't know you for no Ice Age. Like, I mean, I was trying to support it so much that I actually had a deal in place for the Ice Age label. But I guess he didn't want to do it because it was us. It's like you trying to get away, but you steady being drew in, you know what I mean? So he didn't want to do that deal, I guess.
Man, how like bad did it get between y'all with all that?
What, with the Mike Jones? I mean, it ain't get bad. He kind of like,
because he got on, and I mean, there's stories, I mean, he got on, and he was Mike Jones, and he was in his own world, and he was doing what he wanted to do and doing his own thing,
Yeah. I mean, well, we let him do that. It got to a point where we kind of just gave him his own creativity with the projects. We really ain't want to deal with him no more. I was actually trying to figure out a way if I could sell him to Jay or somebody, you know what I mean? Just sell the deal out, because it just got to a point where we didn't even really want to deal with him.
Okay, tell me more about that. That what you're saying right there, because it's like you saying you didn't want to deal with him. Like, what were things that were occurring when you was like, man, this is just too much. It ain't really even worth the trouble no more.
I mean, he was just tripping. He was tripping. He was tripping real hard, man. And I just ain't want to deal with that. I'd rather sell the artist off and still make money off of them that way than have to deal with them. Because it got to a point too where like he was missing shows and shit, or being late for shows, and it was costing us money. It was one particular incident where he missed something. I want to say they put him on a private jet, which guess where that money come from? Out of our budget. Yeah. And sometimes artists don't realize shit like that when you don't show up for a show, and they got to try to fly you or get you out there, or even, hey, got to get the money back because you ain't show up or something.
Did that happen often, or it was just like one or two occurrences?
It happened a couple of times. It wasn't, I don't think it was too often, but it happened a couple of times for sure.
Is T. Ferris like kind of being the guy that's like the point man with some of these guys, like kind of being more hands on with them? But like, where's T. Ferris at this time?
Yeah. So T. Ferris is the A&R at the time, which we eventually made him the president. Yeah. And then we signed that deal with Warner, but then we started having problems with Warner. It's almost like they play that divide and conquer game. So they over here probably telling Mike Jones, we want to do this, we want to do that, but your people don't want to do it. They playing all kind of games. It's a wicked game out there. So I understand the game they play, but you gotta, man, when you go in these situations with these labels, you got to go in with some real solid, loyal people when you're doing that kind of business, because they're gonna try to divide and conquer you, and they always look for the weak link. They knew he wasn't happy, so that's the person they went to.
Donnie Houston.